You want to know how to get access to up to 250K in 0% business funding every 3 to 6 months? Well, I'm going to show you exactly how you can set up a system where you can get business funding unlimited. Yes, up to 250K in 0% business funding every 3 to 6 months. I'm going to show you exactly which banks you need to go to, how to set it up, how to repeat the cycle, and how to set it in place so you'll have funding forever. You can either start, grow, or scale a company. And let's be real, just make as much money as you need to in your business and moving forward for perpetuity. So let's get it. What's going on? It's Colin Brown here from Business Credit Unlimited, and I'm back, from Business Credit Unlimited, and we talking about Business Funding Unlimited. So how to get Business Funding Unlimited. Did you know you can get up to 250K at 0%? And just in general with business funding, meaning business credit cards, business lines of credit, and business lines of business loans, every 3 to 6 months. Now, the banks make their money by lending money out to you. So it's in their best interest to lend money to you. They want to lend money. You just have to know how to get access to it. Okay. Knowing this, you can get unlimited funding for your business. And, obviously, this depends on several factors, but I'll explain it to you in an easy system that you can create. First of all, why would you even want unlimited business funding, right? Is there such a thing as too much funding? Never. No, 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 no. Is never such thing as too much funding, right? And the reason that I say that is there's always a need for your business, whether it's today or tomorrow, whether today, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, whatever the case, there's always a need for funding for your company, right? And most business owners will try to dictate how much funding they need based on where they are right now in their business and not think of the future. You may only be thinking about now or within the next year or so, but you really have to think about long-term needs for your business. And that mindset is why you need to think of it as business funding forever for unlimited. All right. Now, this is how you get unlimited business funding. I'm going to make this short and sweet because this is really a system that you have to set up, right? And there's so many different nuances within it, but this is pretty much what you have to set up. And this is how I do it for my business, where I always know where to go next. I always know how to get access to funding, right? So number one, you got to line up your next banks. What do I mean by next banks? This is assuming that you already have at least, a business credit card or a business line of credit or a business loan. But say that you starting out from fresh. You have to line up your first banks. All right. Either way, we use a sheet where we have access to all the banks within the state that you'll see here on the screen. And this is for Florida. If you look down here, you can see we have a tab for each one of the states. But either way, if you don't have this, you can just go to bankbranchlocator.com, and this will just pretty much show you exactly what the top banks are in your state. And you want to go by your state that you and your business resides in, mainly your business, but it depends on the bank. They may care whether your actual home address is in a state that they do business in as well, but especially the primary thing you want to go by is the state that your business is located in. So I would set my eyes for the next 3 to 5 banks. You want to have that already dialed in, right? You don't want to go in trying to go get business funding and you don't even know which banks you're going to go to. You just kind of winging it, just kind of picking one. This has to be actually systemic or systematic or systemic. It has to be in a system pretty much, right? It has to be strategic. Okay. Number two, you want to start building relationships with these banks. You want to open business checking accounts with these banks. You want to start funding and start processing transactions with each one of these banks and look into additional products too as well, like personal loans, personal checking and savings accounts, a CD account, or other type of retirement accounts too as well. You want to get additional products to strengthen that relationship with the bank. It's better to do this all at once but you may not have the cash to actually build the 3 to 5 banks or the relationships with 3 to 5 banks. But it's better to do it all at once. But you may not have the cash to do so, but you can get a personal loan to get the cash to start funding these accounts and everything else if you need to. Right now, number 3, apply for business funding. You want to apply for 0% business credit cards, business lines of credit, and business loans up to $250K within 3 to 6 months, typically. However, it could be more depending on where you are in business. So if you're generating 250K a month in your business, you're going to obviously have access to a lot more than 250K in just 3 to 6 months. You may be able to do that with just one line of credit or one loan. So it really depends on where you are. Just typically speaking, we see up to 250K in 0% funding or in business funding in general, meaning business credit cards, business lines of credit, and business loans. Typically within 3 to 6 months, it's 250K, but it can be a lot more than that. Now, after you apply, you get approved for up to 250K. Can be 50, can be 100, 75, 150, whatever it is. You want to remove your hard inquiries, and then you want to repeat this process for every 3 to 6 months. You have to get new banks. You start from the top, right? You start from the top. Use Bank Branch Locator or the sheet that we have there. You set your eyes for the next 3 to 5 banks. You start the relationship, and then you keep going. Now, you can use this process with the same bank that you already have access to or you already have a relationship with, and just go for additional products. So if you only have a business credit card, the second round you can do a business line of credit. If you only have a business line of credit, you can do the business credit card on the second round. Or if you only have one business credit card, you can go for a second business credit card if that bank offers it. But that's the process. That's in a nutshell the entire system that you can set up to get access to business funding unlimited. Okay. So if you know how to do this, you'll always be able to get access to money from the banks because you know which banks to go to, you know how to build a relationship, and you know exactly how to get money from them. It's just by going for additional products. So you do have to know the products that they have. You can have that by having access to a relationship manager. You can have that by talking to a banker, going on a website, but it's best to actually talk to someone that knows the products though, versus just going online or even speaking to the typical banker, because they're going to have a better insight, right? But either way, that's how you know the products. You apply again, best with a business relationship manager. However, you can apply online. You can apply in a branch. And then you just remove the inquiries and repeat the process every 3 to 6 months. So that's what we typically do with our clients. And that's how I do it for my business. That's how we've generated over $7.5 million in business funding just in the past year. So if you need help with this as well, if you want to see how you can set up your next 3 to 5 banks and get the highest amount in business funding for your business that you need, just set up a call with me and my team. We'll have that resource in the description below. You can set up a call, fill out a survey. We'll see if we're a good fit. If so, we'll help you get business funding for your business. But if not, it's all good too. Either way, get this money. All right. It's out here. The banks are still giving it out. So make sure that you tap in. That's pretty much it. You guys, let me know if you have any questions. Actually engage with me. Does this make sense? You have any questions about it? Either way, let's talk about it in the comments. See y'all in the next one. Hope this helps. Peace.